Hello, my dear people, and welcome to this time out together. In Philippians chapter 4, verse 12 and verse 13, Paul speaks or spoke about being abased, knowing how to abase and knowing how to abound. That is, when things are going well or when he's in abundance, quite good. And when for whatever reasons there's need for adjustment, quite good as well. And I've had to ask myself this question: are we helping our children, the present generation, to be able to navigate life the way our parents helped us to be able to navigate life? Some years ago, close to 20 years ago, my daughter and I needed to get to Lagos, that is central Lagos. At that time, we were living on Ajao Road, in Ikeja. My husband we had gotten into the car with my husband and were moving out of the house, and then he got a call that a particular meeting that he was to attend, they were waiting for him. So we got out of the car and I told him that now I will have the opportunity to take our daughter in the public transport to Lagos. So we agreed, but she did not know. And so we trekked from Ajao Road inside. We came to Awolowo Road. As soon as I saw a bus, hopped into the bus and she joined me. She was quite surprised, but it was one of those times when we had fuel scarcity. And so we boarded a bus going to Alausa. I did one or two things there, and then we got onto another bus, and she was asking why we did not take a drop. I said I loved taking buses, that in buses you will hear all sorts of gist. People who will get into various activities, like those selling various medicines, those preaching evangelism, and then those discussing the family matters. You always had a lot of noise in the bus and things like that. And so we boarded a vehicle going to Palm Grove, but at Odoalaro, Maryland, it had a punctured tire. So we were by the roadside, and the sun was making us sweat like hell. So I looked at her and I asked her, I said, Fifi, would you like us to board another? He said, no, others are waiting, let us wait. I was chuckling inside. And then we got to Palm Grove. By then I realized that we would need to get into a taxi. But by then it had settled in her. So she boarded this long overland buses. The moment she got out of the bus that dropped us at Palm Grove, she boarded the bus that was going to Obalende, And I was just getting on. So I looked around. Thank God I saw, the dress, the edge of the dress. As she was getting and the bus was about moving. So I started pushing. I said, mommy, wà lórí mọ́tò yẹn, bá mi dá dúró. And I was just running after the bus. Ultimately, she was saying, mommy me, I don't get mommy me. I said, calm down. She was saying, mommy, get on. I said, calm down. I said, mommy, get on. Anyway, went on for a bit of time, and then I told her to get off the vehicle, and then we boarded a taxi, and then we went to where she needed to. And you see, she called her father and said, Daddy, can you imagine what your wife did to me today? And a lot of things, But you see, some time later we sat down together. And years to come, she now told me, she said, Mom, that day you did something in me. You enabled me to see life in a new perspective. And that gave her the impetus to be strong. She's no longer my little girl. She has her own family now, drives in her car, but she says, Mommy, that singular experience prepared me. Now I know that times can be good, times can be rough, but I have to be able to wade through. I've seen you do it with me joyfully without complaining, and that incident keeps on flashing back to her. She does not see it as she does not see it as a day of suffering. She saw it as one of those days that she was being mentored for life. I don't know what experience your child needs to go through to be able to see you go through that experience with him or her and see how you are navigating life and its challenges. Are you doing it with a smile? Are you doing it with prayers? Are you doing it with encouragement? Are you doing it with you being the cheerleader as that child is navigating life? My dear friend, my dear brother, my dear sister, our children need to be able to navigate life. And my prayer, when they will get to the mountain and they are joyful, will be there. And when the valley seasons will come as well, they will have the faith to go through the valley seasons. Whatever it is, let us know that God is real and is faithful. See you next time. Bye.